And would you like to know how I became wealthy? Well, I can tell you it's not from collecting taxes. And I didn't get wealthy by cheating people, their brothers and sisters and all their families when they came to pay their taxes. Although I did that. And I didn't get wealthy by keeping some of the tax money for myself, although I did that too. So then, would you like to know how I got wealthy? Well, I can tell you my secret. Invest your life in Jesus. Yes. Now, he's not a banker, and he's not an investment counselor, but he certainly knows the way to incredible wealth. What? You don't believe my story? Well, then listen to what I had to tell you. I was tending to my business. Zacchaeus, tax collector extraordinaire. That's what I was. I was doing fine. And yes, I was putting a little in my pockets every day, a little bit more and a little bit more, but eventually it caught up with me. And people wouldn't talk to me anymore because I was getting rich off of collecting taxes. So finally, they isolated me, they wouldn't talk to me, and even the children in Jericho made fun of me. They had songs about me. They had a song like, one of them was like, "He's a mean little man who will take away your joys. So you better run home and hide all your toys," or something like that. So my reputation had gone way down. I'd never been that low before in my life, and I thought God wanted nothing to do with me. I was rich in many things, but I was bankrupt in contentment. I had a lot of stuff, but no family or friends. They wouldn't even let me in a synagogue. They called me a sinner. And I thought God wanted nothing to do with me. But Jesus had other plans for me. And it gets pretty interesting. Jesus was traveling through Jericho. And I had heard about him. So I decided I'm going to follow him on that day and find out what he's all about. Because they told me. They told me about him. So I followed, and when I got down there, I couldn't see. I'm a little short guy, as you can see. I couldn't see very well. I couldn't see him at all. So I climbed up on this tree, climbed out on a limb, and I was on this branch looking down. People started laughing, because here's the old tax collector. I was in a robe, of course, hanging off of this limb. People were laughing at me. And finally, I was out on the limb, and I thought, well, that's fine, because I've been out on a limb all my life anyway. So finally, Jesus looked at me, looked up, and he said, "Zacchaeus, come down from that tree and take me to your home." And I thought, he said, "Zacchaeus, you, take me to your home. I want to stay with you." So I went down, got off the tree. My heart was pounding, because there I was standing face to face with this amazing rabbi from Nazareth. People said that he had healed lepers, and he gave sight back to the blind beggar, the one that was crawling the streets of Jericho for 25 years, blind. He gave his sight back. They said that he taught people. He talked about God, and that God wants everyone in his kingdom. He spoke about God's forgiveness, and he spoke about how heaven rejoices when sinners turn back to God. I even heard that he was the Messiah, the one that God sent to save us. And here he was, inviting himself into my home to be with me, the tax collector. That's what happened. People didn't believe that he wanted to come to my home, so they raised objections. They even questioned his judgment. But we went to my home anyway, as he requested. I looked at him in the eyes, and I thought, this is my chance to change my life. Jesus, God's Messiah, was giving me another chance. And then it happened. I don't know what came over me. But I just blurted out, and I said, "Rabbi, I'm going to give half of everything I own to the poor people." And I thought to myself, who said that? But I said that. I didn't realize what I said. And then I said, and for all those people I've defrauded, I'm going to pay them back 4 times. I said that too, and I didn't realize, but I said it. So the people were stunned, of course, and then Jesus, in a very loud voice, said, "Today salvation has come to this house, because Zacchaeus, too, is one of Abraham's sons." So we went to my home, and we ate and we talked, and Jesus told me things that I would never allow myself to hear before. He told me that God never stops loving us, even when we think only about ourselves. Ourselves. Ring a bell? Selves? Yes. So that's what he told me. And he also told me that God will provide. If we believe in his wealth, we don't need to depend on material wealth if we believe in the wealth of his love. And God also told me that he wants us to show appreciation for all of his blessings, and we have many, as we all know. And God told me that salvation is mine, is ours. Jesus said he came to save me, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. He came to save all of us. So when he told me these things, I felt 10 feet high. And that is how I got rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich in Jesus.